What will you do when AI takes over your work? Here are some ideas that I see is coming for this year. If you are new to this channel, my name is Theo Harvey, and I'm the CEO of SensorMed, the AI-powered remote care as a service platform for healthcare organizations. I consult with hundreds of medical professionals every year to guide them on best practices and implementing AI solutions and workflows in their current operations. I've worked with large organizations like Cisco Systems, AT&T, the Charles Barkley Organization, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Google. And my mission is to help healthcare professionals prepare for the new normal in healthcare before it's too late. That's right, everyone. This is a huge opportunity when you're looking at what's happening to your work right now. It's amazing how healthcare is drastically changing with these new models, what's happening with AI, how it's being used more effectively. I'm just blown away by the things that are happening right now. But I think we can't lose sight of a couple of things that's going to be really important in this age of AI. One of the things I'm seeing is that people are thinking that artificial intelligence will just take over all human interactions. They're even talking about AI agents that will be able to communicate on its own, using money, doing its own thing, agents acting on behalf of human beings, acting on behalf of their own agency, if you will. This is a scary future that we're kind of building if you really think about it, right? And so what does this mean for the human worker, right? Who or the person in the healthcare space who's trying to just help patients? I think it's going to drastically change how we just reconfigure and think about work in general. One of the things that I'm seeing more and more of is that people are starting to kind of tap out. They're giving up with AI, right? They're saying, hey, artificial intelligence is maybe not for me. While others are just going deep, deep in, right? They're just going all in 24/7, creating better prompts, using Claude Code to code different things. So I think that we're in a world where you have to evaluate the next phase of where you need to go. And that means evaluating where you need to build your skill set for the future. I think there's three things you need to change as you prepare for this future. First, mindset. You have to have the right mind of what you're going. Expansion mindset is key. And that means understanding exactly that the AI is not going anywhere, right? So you have to embrace it, have to understand what it can do for you and how it can change the way you work in healthcare or other industries. The next is skill set. You need to have skills to interact with AI. Artificial intelligence is really abstracting the implementation of work. So what does that mean? And how will you understand that skills that are needed to interface with it properly, the better prompt, the better way to use coding tools in order to get the work you need. And last but not least, you're going to need tool sets, right? What are the different AI tools that you can utilize and how easy is it to use, right? I would argue that the tool set in the world of AI is definitely on the low level because AI does a lot of tool set for you, right? As long as you understand the skill of understanding your domain knowledge in healthcare or in any industry and taking it to the AI does all the tool set, right? But you need to understand that better. So look, here are three things I think you can take away from this video where we're going to go into specifically around how to prepare for this new future. Number one, context matters. Number two, community matters. And number three, communication matters. So I'm going to talk about each one first. Let's talk about the first one. Context matters. Context is huge because the artificial intelligence still doesn't understand human interactions, right? It doesn't understand when you give it a prompt, what goes behind that prompt. Why are you even asking that prompt, right? And I think it's because someone made a great analogy to me. It's like, think about business consultants or other huge consultants. What do? There's knowledge is free. Anything you want to know in this world is out there on the internet. But what do? They go find the knowledge that you need specifically for your problem and help you with it. It's almost like they're in a wood and there's a flowing river and the consultant comes with their tin cup, dips it into the water, pours out a cup of water, and then gives it to the person and charges them $20. That's right. Knowledge is that river, the knowledge of the world. And that cup is what that consultant believe will be the most impactful for you when you need it. So basically, what you're paying consultants for, what are you paying human beings for when they interact with AI? speed, taste, judgment. This is stuff that the AI can never have, right? Because it's not the picker. It doesn't understand it. It just does what it's told to do, right? It has an objective and achieves that objective. But who makes the objective? Why is the objective important to know? How does the objective fit in the context of other things that are trying to happen? So human beings will always be important when it comes to context and understanding how to use artificial intelligence. The second one is community. Community to me means human interactions in an environment where they're seeing each other, because human to human relationships still move the needle drastically. Yes, agents, AI agents that are coming are going to be able to communicate and do their own thing, but still trust is huge when it comes to human connection, because if there's no trust, there can be no work. And there's no trust, there can be no scale of that work. In my opinion, trust is the glue that holds human society together. Think about it. Laws, they're based on trusting that people will follow them. Every time you get on the highway, you trusting that the next person will follow that stop sign and not barrel through the lane and hit you on the other side in a car. Likewise, we're all dependent on each other and trust each other to follow certain sets of social norms, legal norms, societal norms. And I think this is so huge because AI doesn't have that understanding. So when you have a community, people meet you, they get to see you, they trust you, right? They start to know you, they start to like you, and they begin to trust you. That's the levels of human interaction. So when you have a community, this is what means when you can grow and still understand how to use AI to affect the community more positively. This is one thing I want you to think about. How are you building your community now? Are you out there? Are you on social media? But more importantly, are you meeting people in real life, actually talking to them face to face so they can see who you are? You're a human being going through this human experience, right? I think that's so vitally important in this age of AI that we don't forget that community still matters and that people communicating with people is going to be the thing that's going to help us thrive to the next level of humanity. Before I get into that, if you allow me to take a moment to provide you with a brief public service announcement. We know it's about 84% of you watch our videos but are not subscribers yet. If you can do me a big favor and take the time to subscribe, as I will help the algorithm reach more people like you. As healthcare is rapidly evolving and changing, we all need content like this to adjust to the new normal. Now back to the video. And the third is about communication. Yes, the AI can come up with all these great tools and resets and all that, but at the end of the day, it's still machine. You still need a human to communicate what this means to other humans so they can accept it. Remember, I talked about trust in the community setting. In the communication area, it's all about conveying that trust. How are you allowing people to understand and get buy-in so they don't feel steamrolled over? Because you can only move a massive amount of people if you can communicate well and they understand the context, what AI is giving them, so they can move as well as one. And I think that's going to be hugely important. Invest in the skills to communicate better. Invest in the skills to understand human connection. How do you transfer feelings and knowledge to other human beings, right? Especially in this world of social media and AI, where we have these what we call parasocial relationships. Basically, people are watching videos all the time and they feel like they have a relationship with that person, right? Some of you may feel like you have a relationship with me because you've been watching my videos for so long. But again, the human communication is key. You have to be able to convey concisely and with conviction what it means to move forward with an idea that AI has given them. So hopefully today I gave you 3 frameworks to think about when it comes to how you're going to thrive in the world of AI, right? You have to, number one, think about context. What does the AI deliver that makes sense? Why we're delivering it, right? You're the picker. The AI is just the doer. It doesn't have taste like you. It doesn't have domain knowledge. So use that context mightily. Put that context into your prompts, right? I mean, I have a whole context of, how the AI should interact with me because it makes it more powerful because it understands more. Number 2, community. You want to start building community, having people that know, like, and trust you so you can grow even in the midst of AI or what they call brain rot or AI slop. As it keeps coming up and more and more, you want to make sure you're standing out by the community that you're building that understands you and what you're building and trusts you, because trust is the lubricant of business. And number 3, you want to be able to communicate well. You want to have a clear way of communicating so that people understand, so they can get buy-in, and so they can believe the words that you're saying and build it with the community and the context around the use of the AI in these tools. So don't be afraid of what's happening in the future. Use these tools today. Tell me in the comments how you're framing how you're going to survive in this new age of AI.